What's up, conspirators? How are things on your end of the video? On mine of the video? Well, I'm back in this green screen room once again, just finishing up a video that I did for the latest in tech news show. I bet you guys didn't even know that I did a tech news show. Yeah, every single weekday on Mixer, and then it goes live on YouTube later on, as well as a podcast format for those of you who like to listen on the go. Latest in technews.com is the show, but it's a part of Tech News Gadget, which reports on the latest in tech, gaming, and gadget news. So there's my advertising bit for the day. So today was finally nice. Again, I don't. It seems like the weather here in Wisconsin, at least where I live so far this week, is going to be this weird, fluctuating between either 70s to like 80 degrees and sunny to like 60 degrees or lower and rainy. It's really annoying because today is one of those nice warm days where it's going to get up to mid 70s, and tomorrow is going to be like 60s. You're like, what's going? We make up what's going on? It's almost the end of May, for crying out loud. Earth, hello. We're supposed to be having more spring-like weather here, transitioning more into summer. But for those of you who live in Wisconsin for any length of time, well, that's just Wisconsin weather for you. It'll do whatever it wants. So, yeah, work-wise, just a normal day at work. Yeah, things there are interesting, and that's really all I can say. Coworkers are always going to be frustrated about one thing or another. It's stupid, because some requests made they seem to be a little bit dumber than others. You're like, well, what's going on? What were we supposed to do then? I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused. What am I supposed to do my job? So yeah, I'm sure you probably bumped into that at your own job too, unless you are the boss of your own company, in which case you've probably done it to yourself. So everybody's gone through it. So that being said, well, you're like, well, I'm here because I wanted to, some advice on, the title that you named today's vlog, which is, well, what do you do when someone doesn't want to, get along with you? For one reason or another, everybody has to face this at some point in their life with an individual, I will say, to whatever extent that is, whether you happen to know them very well, you only know them as an acquaintance, whether it's a friend or a friend of a friend, or a friend of a friend of a family member, or a family member, or a friend of a family member, or a relation of a family member. It doesn't really matter. It happens to everybody to all extent. Well, here's what you need to do. Let them move on with their life and live yours. You've probably done to the best of your ability to get along with said individual. You've probably exerted considerable effort trying to bring the relationship back to some sense of normalcy where you can both find some common ground, you can deal with whatever you needed to deal with, and move forward in your life. Now here's what I'm going to say here, an important distinction. It doesn't matter whether you're a Christian, a non-Christian, an atheist, you're a monk living under a rock somewhere. This is called relationships, and relationships have been going on since, well, the very beginning, over billions of people for many, many years now. This isn't anything new. This is stamped, ingrained behavior in individuals, and it does provide a sense of balance, normalcy, continuity, and growth. It doesn't matter if you're religious, if you're non-religious, if you're a normal individual. It's all the same. You've done the best that you can, but if the person doesn't reciprocate back to you that they want to resolve it or reconcile it or settle the differences or air out the grievances, and then once that's said, to move on, and they don't show any form of moving on, here's what you need to do. You, for your own sanity, for your own sake, need to move on. Okay? It's not worth crying over spilt milk. Especially seeing as how you're not the one who spilt it in this situation, which I'm sure you've done your best to avoid spilling, but whatever you do at this point seems to be, brought against you for some reason or another. There are individuals in this world who, for lack of a better term, are shallow. They don't value your friendship as much as you do theirs. They don't value you as a person. They see you as pliable, manipulative, and will fight to get their way in it, whatever that may be. You don't need to deal with that, okay? You need to figure out a way to get yourself out of that situation, whatever that may be, whatever situation you deem necessary, whatever response you deem necessary. Just leave that individual alone to their own vices. Because, life has a good way of dealing with that. And if you're a Christian and you believe in a God, God usually has a good way of sorting that out as well. And quite frankly, he'll do a better job of sorting it out than we give him credit for. So, yeah. Only reason I say this is based off of personal experience. I've had to deal with it my entire life. And as much as I would like to say that humanity as a whole has moved on from pithy issues and shallow individuals, they'll be around. Okay? They'll be around to belittle you, to tear you down, to treat you horribly. You need to just move on. Just find your way out, get out, and stay away. Best advice, if you want to keep your own sanity intact and to move on with life, you might not even get closure ever, but you need to settle it the best way that you can with you in your own heart, regardless of whether they want to do anything or not. Because here's the thing. If they do not want that, there isn't a single thing you can do about it. It's like talking to a brick wall. If you want to tell that brick wall to change and to do something different, you can sit there until you're blue in the face for years, and it will not change unless the brick wall decides it wants to change. And you know what? It is not worth you spending energy crying milk over it because you spilled tears all over it, or I'm getting the analogy wrong. Well, I'm tired. It's late. I've had a long day. So you'll have to forgive me, but I just wanted to share that off of my chest with you guys. Hopefully it helped you. If you want to continue the conversation, feel free to. Don't feel like you need to leave a comment if this is something that you want to discuss in not a public forum, such as the YouTube comment section. I know there's a lot of trolls about. Feel free to get in touch with me a different way. You can send me an email. You can contact me on Twitter. I don't know if they have a direct messaging feature on YouTube anymore or not. Or you could just say something like, leave a comment. I'd want to get in touch, and I'll see what I can do there. But, yeah. Love to be able to help you guys out with this. If you have any questions, need any help, I'm here for you guys. I do these vlogs to, encapsulate my life so I can look at it down the road in the future and relive memories of days gone by. And, I just want to let you know that I'm there for you guys. I'm always interested in your thoughts, what you guys are thinking about, how your day's going, because it's a community, okay? We're here for each other, to help each other grow as individuals, as a collective group, to enjoy life, enjoy the memories, and everything that goes along with it, because it doesn't last very long, but it's well worth the investment of, growth and relationships. So if an individual does not feel the same way about you, don't even pursue a relationship further with them. So that's all I gotta say. I have to get back to editing my show. In case you guys want to see, here, I'll show you. Can I switch the camera around? That's what I'm working on right now. Oh, lots of fun. I have to figure out how to move this over to here and levelize this part to fit with that. And I know you have like no idea what I'm talking about unless you know what Audacity is. So with that, have a great night, guys. Keep being awesome. I'll see you tomorrow.